The myth of the right path. Why you are stuck. The paralysis of infinite choice. There is a specific kind of anxiety that haunts modern life. It isn't the fear of failure, and it isn't the fear of hard work. It is the fear of the wrong turn. You stand at a crossroads in your career, your relationships, or your creative life, and you freeze. You look at the options in front of you, and you are terrified that if you choose path A, you will spend the rest of your life wondering if you should have chosen path B. You feel that life is a maze, and that there is a specific, predestined route you are supposed to take. And if you miss it, you have ruined everything. So you do the only thing that feels safe. You wait. You stand still. You research. You plan. You wait for a sign. You wait for the right path to reveal itself with absolute certainty. But the revelation never comes, and you remain stuck in the waiting room of your own life, slowly suffocating under the weight of your own potential. The archaeologist versus the architect. The problem isn't that you are indecisive. The problem is your fundamental assumption about how purpose works. Most of us approach life like archaeologists. We believe our purpose, or our destiny, is a buried treasure hidden somewhere in the ground, already formed, waiting to be discovered. We think we have to dig in exactly the right spot to find it. If we dig in the wrong spot, we find nothing, and we have wasted our time. This mindset creates immense pressure. It makes every choice feel like a life or death gamble. But this is a lie. You are not an archaeologist. You are an architect. A building does not exist until the architect draws it and the builders lay the bricks. There is no hidden building underground waiting to be found. In the same way, there is no perfect path waiting for you. The path is not something you find. It is something you forge. The meaning of your life is not a treasure you stumble upon. It is a structure you build, brick by brick, through the act of living. The lie of optimization. We live in the age of optimization. We want the best phone, the best route on the GPS, the best investment strategy. We have applied this logic to our souls. We want the optimal life. We treat our existence like a strategy game, where the goal is to make the most efficient moves possible. But life is not a game of chess. In chess, there is a best move. In life, there are only choices and consequences. When you obsess over making the perfect choice, you are trying to solve an equation that has no solution. You are trying to predict the future. And because you cannot predict the future, you choose stagnation. But here is the brutal truth. Stagnation is the only wrong choice. Walking down the wrong path is infinitely better than standing still. Why? Because when you walk down a path, even if it turns out to be difficult or unsuitable, you gather data. You learn what you hate. You learn what you are made of. You grow stronger. You get movement. Standing still gives you nothing but anxiety and the slow decay of your dreams. The sculpture of self. Imagine a sculptor standing before a massive block of marble. The sculptor doesn't know exactly what the final statue will look like. If they waited until they had a perfect mental image of every curve and angle before they picked up the chisel, they would never begin. Instead, they strike the stone. They remove a piece. They step back. They look. They strike again. The statue reveals itself through the process of carving. Your life is the marble. Your choices are the chisel. You are waiting to see the statue before you strike, but the statue only appears after you strike. You have to be willing to chip away the wrong pieces to find the right ones. You have to be willing to make a mistake to reveal the form. Making the choice right. There is a secret that decisive people know, something that the overthinkers miss. The secret is this: you don't choose the right path. You make the path right by walking it. Once you commit to a direction, you change. The world changes around you. Opportunities you couldn't see from the starting line suddenly appear once you are in motion. If you choose a career and you commit to it fully, you can find meaning, mastery, and satisfaction in it. If you choose a partner and commit to them fully, You build love. It is the commitment that generates the meaning, not the initial selection. The grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. And you cannot water the grass if you are standing on the fence. The liberty of being lost. So if you are feeling paralyzed today, let me offer you a new perspective. Stop looking for the map. There is no map. Stop waiting for the sign. You are the sign. Pick a direction. Any direction that calls to you, even a whisper. And walk. If it turns out to be a dead end, you turn around. That isn't failure. That is navigation. That is how a GPS works. When you miss a turn, the GPS doesn't scream at you or tell you that you are a failure. It simply says, recalculating. Treat your life with that same grace. Recalculate as you go. But for the love of everything that is within you, move. The only tragedy is not that you walk the wrong way. The only tragedy is that you stay at the crossroads, staring at the horizon until the sun goes down. Pick up the chisel, strike the stone, build your life.